Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Lavender Canyon, where last time I left you on a cliffhanger. We are one day away from the drought, and we only have 289 water. Now, this is something we are going to have to remedy rather quickly here. And while we accomplished a lot by getting some alternate power to our explosives factory and getting all of our aquatic farmhouses set up here in the top, we neglected to remember that we'd also increased our beavers by a considerable amount. We added another, it was 12 or 15 of them. And then we also added in irrigating, all of this with the fluid dumps. So we are in desperate, dire straits here. So I paused it, and while I was thinking about what I'm going to do here, we are undoubtedly going to have to pump this portion of the river dry during this next drought in order to make it through. 289 water are not going to last us very long when we're irrigating this big of a portion with fluid dumps. And that's not even like, it's barely a couple of layers here on this. It's not like even full. So we are in some desperate, dire need of water here. So we're going to have to remedy that this particular episode because it's not something we can let go. So the only thing I can come up with that if we pump our working hours up to 20 in the next day, we might be able to throw some dams in here. If we get those dams in here, then that'll protect all of the water we have back this way from that. The other thing we could do is throw some dams in here, but I almost think floodgates would be better for that. Yeah, I almost think floodgates would be better over here because we could open them fully or close them fully, whereas dams you only get what goes through. And since this is our egress mode right now for badwater, we don't want to block that up too quickly. But we're going to try for getting these dams in 20 hours. I'm really kind of iffy that that's actually going to happen, but we'll try. I also have thrown in another badwater pump here that if they get these done, then we'll try and get that up so that we have another one running. What we really kind of need is the large water pump, but that requires treated planks, and we haven't even gotten to that point yet. That's a whole nother factory we would need to unlock. So that's another 800 science points, and it requires 250 horsepower. So that's a lot right now. And we were working towards getting catalyst so that we could get the larger dynamite in to help bombard this area over here. So that's where we're sitting right now. We do have enough science points right now to get the sluice gates. So I am going to unlock that so it's not something we forget. I did have Mr. Bud give us a comment that if I explode this block right here, we're going to have issues with water flowing off the map. Now, I am planning to put floodgates in here, but I do kind of understand where he's coming from, and I think I will leave that one, and we'll just blow out one more this way to get our floodgates in. Or I think we're probably going to use sluice gates so that then we can build up our wall and start our irrigation aqueduct this way. So we're going to get the minimum we need in for the bad tide removal, and then we'll start working on this irrigation trench. I will probably start laying that out during this episode since the beavers are pretty much running around doing their tasks as is. But yeah, that's kind of where we're sitting right now. So shall we get this going at double speed and see if we can't get these beavers doing something? Please, 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 please. These are all up and running. Beavers are starting to get those in. I'm hoping that doing this doesn't cause flooding over here, but we'll see. And between episodes, I was thinking about what I wanted to do with this, whether I wanted to turn it into a reservoir or turn it into trees. And I am definitely thinking trees. Since we're going to be creating that aqueduct for irrigation over here, we will have more green over in here. That also means I want to get a large warehouse, the underground pile in back over here, but it might be a bit before we can actually do that. That's a lot of science. And we just kind of like killed all our science with the sluice gates. Okay. So they're almost done there. Awesome. Awesome sauce. If we're going to do the trees up here, then that also means we need to get in some dams right here to keep all the water from flowing straight down the river when we go into a drought period. So we'll put in some of those as well. They're lower on the... Yay, it's in. Okay. Let's pump this one. Yeah, we're not gonna get that. We don't actually have to pump that one's priority up because it's not going to do us any good. Let's take out this path. Then we can add another fluid dump here. We actually could add a few more. We could fit one more in here. And that will hopefully, between the next wet period, get us full up on water, because we are in a bad way here. Really, really bad way. Super bad way. Alright, let's make sure everything closed up. So we're not losing any water here as well. Oops. These ones were already closed and are just set to be closed. Are we getting any power? Yes. Our windmills are working. We're not. We're only getting 150 power back. So our explosives factory is just barely being met. Alright. Jesus, the water is already down to under 200. Oh, stand by. Cat wants out of the recording room. Alright, if I didn't do that, he would start banging on the door, and then y'all would have heard it. Alright, so see how this is needed up here if we're going to turn this into a tree factory? I think we also, for the sake of expedience of beavers, might put in a ladder over here. Excuse me. Okay. That will let us come all along here. And meet up there. Perfect. I might change that up. I really am not one for wonky paths. If we come straight over to here, can we get... Oh, there's still a couple that haven't died right there. So we'll have to take them out. But then we will be able to. That makes me happier. than this wonkiness. Yes, much better. Okay. We might actually move like this food and water station here. We'll probably move a lot of things. Oh no, we're under well, we're over 200 water, but all of our tanks down here are empty. Honestly, how's this up here? I'm gonna pause this one. I don't want to do that. I also am going to pause this. So we have water here. We don't have any water there. We have water here. Oh, we don't have any... Did I fix storage for sunflower seeds, spatter dock? That means we can get this guy up and running. Let's look at our warehouse layer here. Those are all full up. So we're gonna need some more storage. Let's get rid of that warehouse layer here. I should have actually built these up on top of warehouses, shouldn't I? That would have been smart. But we'll go ahead and stick in. We'll make a little... Oh, that's not gonna work. Maybe not there then. Let's do... here and here. And we'll put cattails. And where am I looking for? The spatter dock. Start a little warehouse district there. Okay. Alrighty, let's see here. What are my beavers working on? What are we working on? Oh. That's, we need planks. We'll pause that. That. And we'll leave one planker open. Let's get our planks built back up here. Because we only have 16. That's not cool. Alright, I can turn the beavers down a little bit now. We'll put them back to 16 hours. We have all of our... all of our hauling posts is full. And all of our science is full, which is a good thing. That'll get us back up and going there. We still have 2 beavers with no jobs. That's full. You know what? Let's go ahead and open the tapper. Gatherer over here is already open. What else have we got? Oh my gosh, look at that water level. We've got 5.4 days left. Okay. I am going to go ahead and put in a stair and some floodgates right here. We'll tell them we want them closed completely right now. We need a path. Alright, I'm gonna pop their priority to the top. And then I'm also going to plunk in a couple of water pumpers and another path. And priority wise, we've got those. I also am going to put these on next priority. These ones over here aren't going to do us any good until the next season. But if we get these in, which do we even? 5, 10, We need 20 planks. We have 20 planks somewhere in the world. Goodness. Goodness. We have about a quarter of a tile. A third. Maybe. If I'm being generous. Oof. That was a big dumb move. A big dumb move. Alright, I also am going to step up. I'll wait until they're done with that other thing. Oh, they did get this dynamite in though. Oh, they can't reach that dynamite. Can we go under? Can we go under? Yeah, we can. Cool. We'll just quick throw in a little bit of a path down here. If they build that staircase, then they'll be able to reach these two dynamite. But we can go ahead and blow that. And they got that in. I decided we need to move the dynamite storage because I really want to think about where we're placing these sluice gates that we're going to put in on the bottom here. Because I want to be able to just build up from there to go into the aqueduct. And basically we're just going to continue up walls until we get high enough to force the water to fill up and go into the aqueduct. Then when we have a bad tide, these sluices over here will open and drain it all out. So what we'll probably have to do is when we're getting close to a drought, we'll have to close the sluices, let all the water, so we'll have to put floodgates up here, let all the water drain out of the reservoir that forces into the aqueduct, and then by opening the sluice gates back here. That's my thought process. But we really kind of need the double and triple dynamite to do that, to get through what I want to do here. We also are going to have to build up some levees to fill in some of these areas. So once we get through this drought and I don't feel like I'm going to kill off all my beavers by lack of water because we now are down to double digits. Oh no, pause. Why did they do that? Ah! They weren't supposed to be building that. We can't pull... Well, you know what? I guess it doesn't really... At this point, if we kill off some of our plants, it would be better than our beavers. Like... I don't know. Build the stair, please. I didn't put it high priority. Okay, so that was my fault. Are we getting wind power up here? We are. And they're still working on these. So we do have one in now, so that does help. It comes straight down here. We might come in here and dynamite this out. I can't quite tell if that's an impediment. It's not. Okay, so we don't need to do that. Sweet. Save the dynamite. Alright. So how are we doing here? This is about to go dry, which is not cool. Those are in. How are we doing here? Nothing yet. And there we go. That is all the water from over there. Which means our trees are going to go dry. Our crops up to this point are okay because we've still got a little water here. It's a good thing I'm not playing hard mode, eh? Let's get these in, please. And then we'll pump out this water. That might at least get us to... Okay, I'm gonna pause this guy, even though we really can't afford to. Because that means all of this is going to die. And it's so close. That guy's full of cattails. So is this guy. Oof. Oof, oof. That was really kind of a bonehead move, wasn't it? But hey, we'll live, I think. I think being the operative word. All right, so let's just, I'm gonna sit here. And I'm actually just gonna pump up time because there's really nothing I can do at the moment. Let's see how fast those beavers can build those 2 floodgates at triple speed. And as soon as they have this one in, then we'll open these pumpers. So close. There we go. Open. Open. Take this back out so they don't start building the ghost floodgate, which I saw a beaver running down there to do. They're still working on that ghost floodgate. Like, no, don't go there. Okay. We have no water. None at all. This is bad. This is so bad. At least there's still some water in there, so they at least can shower. Those 2 pumpers are working. That's gonna go pretty quickly though, and we still have basically 2 days. The beavers are drinking it faster than they can pump it. Okay, so I think then, what are they working on right now? They're working on that ladder, which is good. They got this in, so let's blow that. This is emptied, so we can get rid of that. And then I think we're gonna go ahead and put some dynamite in here. And let's start thinking about, about the stuff we need to get this up and running. Oh, good, they're getting those in. Sweet. That's in. We also need some back here. This is going to compromise our ladder system though again. So we might need to rebuild the ladder system back farther. I did not think far enough ahead for this. All right, let's... it won't let me put it on the path. That's weird. Let's do that for the moment. And then where's the... There we go. Hey, there we go. The drought has ended. Nobody died from lack of water. Thank God. Alright, that's as high as we need to go for the moment, but let's go ahead. We're gonna need to get up on that level too. Then we can... Alright. There we go. I'm gonna wait to blow that until we have that done. We need some more dynamite up here on the top, but they're not going to be able to get to it because I took out the path. You know what? We can actually reroute the path though. There we go. Now we got it. Alright, so I'm going to knock that back down. Oh my. Oh my. What happened? Oh, pause. What happened? Oh, I didn't open any of the floodgates. Oh, bonehead move. Go back to that. That's back to its... Oh, goodness gracious. Let's go back to double speed because apparently I can't function at triple speed. Okay. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, man. That was not good. Did they get these in? Yes, they got those in, so that's going to hold the water up here now. perfect, but what's our problem now? Why are we still flooding so badly? Just because I forgot to open these? Alright, so let's set up the timers on these so that doesn't happen again. Set to full height. When drought ends, we'll go back to 0. Full height. When bad tide ends, we'll go back to 0. Okay. That's good. Those are still up. Those are a 0.65. I'm still flooding. Why am I still flooding? Because of these? Did I need to set them back? Why? I don't understand this particular thing. Why are we flooding? Is it because of these dams? Yeah, see, I'm flooding again. Alright, let's try this. Let's move. I'm probably doing the wrong thing, but let's move these dams all back one. Like, what is going on here? 0.8. Let's just, for the moment, until we can get this flooding under control, let's open those up a little bit more. I wonder if all of our pumps are causing a surge when they start pumping, because we've kept this rather high now because of the dams over here. Maybe sluices would have been a better idea there. Alright. Okay, so we're in cycle 10, day 3. Our beavers are still dying of thirst. Actually, it's not too bad. It could be worse. We could have way more beavers thirsty. Alright, we need to get this back open. And of course, it's going to take forever now to refill this. This is why we need to get an aqueduct in. Otherwise, we're just going to run into this like crazy. I'm almost wondering, while we're empty, should we take and put in a few dams up here? Just to make sure we're not overflowing this. Or we could put in a sluice. If we put in a sluice, we could put it at like 0.9, and then it would keep this really full but still overflow. I'm not certain on that. Let's think about that for a moment. What are they working on? What are we working on right now? What's our priority levels? Zoom out a little here so we can see a little bit more. All right. We have 4 jobs that are open. We had somebody die of thirst today. We had somebody die of thirst. Oops. We still have 99 water. How did he die of thirst when we do have water? Alright, that's on super low priority. We still are full up on these guys. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the priority a little bit. And then that means we will have... So they're still are full. These guys can't do much. Alright, okay. So I think what our next priority needs to be is to get all of this in. Get all this dynamite in. And try and get try and get at least the beginnings of our bad tide defense over here. We are already half hour into this episode and we're in scramble mode still. And our poor beavers are so thirsty. All of our water pumpers are full. We don't seem to be flooding now that I opened up this gate a little more, so maybe we don't need to move back the dams up here. But you know what? I'll put them like low priority, and if they get to them, they get to them. It might help. I don't know. I kind of killed the edges there, didn't I? So that might be part of the problem. Oh, hey, all of this is... Boom. And we can get rid of that. And throw in some more dynamite. Alright, that one is done. This is why I so want catalyst. I think maybe we need to try and get in the stuff we need in order to get that in. It needs a 3x3, I believe, right? Wrong thing. Centrifuge. That's what we need. 600 science points. We already have the sluice gates, so we're kind of like at that point where we have the power to do it. So let's get that. Get that, and then we're gonna need a tank. To store catalyst. And I'm sorry, extract. That's what we need, not catalyst. Right? Yeah, extract. Then we'll also need the bigger, the bigger dynamites cost a lot. So we at least need 900. 12K. Oh, not 12K. 1200. Alright, water is coming up slowly. Very, very slowly. Good thing I didn't let us populate these other two houses, otherwise we'd really be a hurting unit. Pause that guy. We'll let this guy and this guy, because mostly we need this spatter dock. Our well-being has gone back up to 15. Almost all of our beavers are good to go. Alright. So, since we are kind of like out of that... Oh, shoot. I don't have any of this running. We need more planks. You can stop. We need... How are we doing gears-wise? We don't have a ton of gears. I'm going to go ahead and put the gears back on. Alright. I'm going to let the beavers get their water pumped and get things kind of back full. I think this guy can pause. We have almost 2 tanks of badwater right now. We're at 16 hours. I'm going to watch these beavers over here get in all of this and the dynamite up here for us. I'm going to keep prioritizing dynamite because we have it. Let's get it in. Okay. I want to kind of think about where our aqueduct is going to go, so that I can also think about where we need to put in the sluice gates. So I think I want the aqueduct to be a minimum of 4 wide, running all the way along here. So if we start from this point over here, where it's kind of important where it goes into the pond, So we've got 1, 2, 3. So if we kind of go straight up there, let's see. If we pull the path back to there, so we actually would be dynamiting that out. Let's take this line out. Okay, so this would be the technical line of where we're going to dynamite inside of that. That's still not completely... okay, so if we look at that line, let's just start with that line first. Run across here, run across here, here, here. There, there. And then that's our last one there. I'll leave it there. Nope, not there. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Along there, there. Nope. Actually, we did want that, didn't we? So we're just going to leave one along this back wall. So we're dynamiting inside of this line. I love the Timberborn music, but I wish there was a little bit more variation. Alright, so my thought process is if we dynamite out a good portion back in here and run a path up along in here or along this side, we might be able to put some big water pumps up in here and use this as kind of also a reservoir for water. And we could do that by using overhangs if we have space to put them. So I'm thinking... I don't know if we want to build this up or dynamite it down is my thing. I almost think build it up on this side so that we can come up to this height. So that means that like over in here we would have to pull these up. So some of these areas would have to all get built up, some of them taken down. So like in here we'd have to take down. So now if we want a 4, 1, 2, 3... that would be this line that would be dynamiting out. So we'd actually be coming here with our wall or whatever we want. 1, 2, wait, 1, 2, 3. Oh no, that is the line we want. How's our water coming? We are up to 800. That is a good thing. Okay. So path here, that puts us on this line, which is kind of where I want it to be. So do we take it up or take it down is the operative question. And I kind of think, what if we kind of curved this way into there? It would create a bigger area in here that if we dynamited it out, we could, you know, dynamited it down to this level, we'd have a reservoir for deep water pumps. So we'd have to kind of go like this. 2, 2, 2. It won't let me because there's a tree in the way. Another tree. Those 2 trees right there are in the way. There must be another tree there. There. And that would put us 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. So it would come here. Okay, why didn't it build these two? Do I need to... Oh, I literally have to pass. Alright, okay, whatever. Okay, so that means we need to dynamite all of this area out. We need to build up walls along where we've got all these paths, which means we need to get somebody up here to cut these trees out of here so that we can get to them. Alright. Building needs water. Oh. Well. Looks like we've had a few beavers die. We're down to 50. And we've got 8 open spots, which I bet is mostly, yep, that. Which I'm not going to worry about so much. Plank-wise, we're starting to look okay. We might need another planker. Okay, so then over here, if we're dynamiting down here, I don't think I want to dynamite all of this as well. Maybe. That would give us a good amount of water back in there. Okay. There's something else I wanted to get started here on. Let's put in a forester right here. Nope, wrong button. Why? Why am I having so many issues today? We're going to put in a forester right there. Then, let's bump the priority on these right here. So that'll get done. I'm also going to put in couple of those for right now. I want to leave this corner over here, I think, to throw in a underground storage, but that's going to be a while. We don't have enough science for that. Okay, and oh look, we've got all the dynamite here. Okay, so if we also look at where this is coming out here, right along this line, right, that means our sluice gates need to be right here. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take out those 2 dynamite. Can we pick those up? Let's high prioritize them to pick up that dynamite right there. We're gonna blow this one. We're gonna put in another one. We also can blow... No, I don't want the path. I want the dynamite. We're gonna blow that. They picked that up. We can blow this. Sweet. Okay. So now we're going to need a... Let's see here. We're coming across on this line here, right? Wish I hadn't taken out that level there, but hey, we can fill that back in. Alright, so we need... Sluice cases! Sluice gates. Why can't I ever say that? Alright, we need to get rid of this path here. And let's do that. Is that going to be enough, or do we really do want those? I mean, it wouldn't hurt us to have them in. Poor beavers. I'm like, put dynamite there. Take dynamite out. Put it back in. Let's get that back on. Alright, so I want 4 openings over here. So 1, 2, 3. We got to come back to here now. And of course, that's why we moved our path back too. So smart I am. Okay. And I also want to kind of up the priority on these as well. I've never even looked at one of these. Close above downstream depth of 0.5. No, we're going to want... there. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. We don't really want those to close, do we? When it's good water. But I suppose it doesn't hurt. It would help keep it from flooding over here, wouldn't it? Thank you, Beavers, for doing that so quickly. I know. I asked you to do it twice. I understand. Okay. Alright, and we're going to need to get some way over to here. So let's bring our path across. And we've got a couple of different levels here. We can put a ladder in there and a ladder in there, I think. And that will cover it. While we start working on this area over here. Because we're gonna need to... I don't want to pull that path all the way to there. I'm gonna be working on that. We're gonna need levee. Yeah. Let's take up this portion of the path. We're probably going to have to rebuild the ladder again at some point here. Because my thought process is bring these levees all the way up into here. And then we'll be able to... fill all of that all the way up to there. Because we've got to get the water up to here. Alright, what day are we on? We're on day 11. Woohoo, we're up to 14K water. Yay. We are not even close to having all of our tanks full. We're about halfway. So we're just going to let all those guys keep pumping. But it is better. Alright, oh. Nope, still haven't gotten that tapper shack in. Alright. Okay, we still actually need to dynamite into here too. So, pause. And then I'm not quite certain. Do we need a single row of sluice gates here or a double? That is the question. I'm trying desperately to get this one row down though. If we could get the sluice gates across the front and this one row here, we'd be able to at least shuffle off part of the badwater in the next cycle. If we could get all these sluice gates in. So I'm going to pump those. Oh, those two are done already. Let's get that. Higher priority. Let's see here. What was I just saying I needed to do over here? We've got that one paused so that we can get back here. And we're going to take out these. I'm going to leave that, I think, for the moment. How are we going to get those? Is the operative question. If I put in, because I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, I need to go to there. If I put in a platform system here and a bridge, We're up to 800. I've only got the 2 bridge unlocked so far. Okay, so if we put in a 2 bridge, come on, like this? Or does it have to be here? No, it's gonna have to be over one for this first line. There. Put that onto there. Alright. It's not gonna let me delete that one. Delete that. Sluices. Metal blocks. How are we doing? We got metal blocks. It's metal blocks and planks. It's planks, I think, that are probably holding us up. We've got 2 in. Okay, so let's bump the priority up on that as well. Got too many priorities going again. Alright, how are we doing downstream here? Set height when drought ends. We're gonna pull that down to there, I think, because that kept our flooding under control somewhat. And then okay. How are we doing everywhere else? We're up to 1,600, 1,500 water. Oh, this is just not working here. Okay, prioritize by hauler, prioritize by hauler, prioritize by hauler. We've got 5 open jobs and only 1 open bed and 1 baby beaver. So we're kind of a little bit light on workers. But look at this, our sluice gates are going well. They're working on that one right now. Then they got 2 more here. I'm gonna have to figure out the close above contamination. I don't want this to be very high. 1%. So if contamination is higher than 1%, it will close. If contamination is below 5%, I'm gonna... Oh, I guess you only do 1. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. How we doing log-wise? We're pretty good. We're not great, but we're pretty good. I feel like pausing this guy because I really kind of want to focus on that, but we'll leave it. This guy over here, we're going. We might need to open for some bad water because we're not... We got about half of what we could do. So I'm going to unpause him. And over here, not been done yet. We're going to lay some more dynamite in here. And then I think we're going to speed up time a little bit. As much as that I seem to be bad at that, I think we are going to speed it up a little here. Just have to pay attention. We should be coming close to our next warning. And if we get it, we're going to have to take up these stairs so that we don't have beavers coming down in here. So I think maybe we probably need to pump up. Oh, it's a drought. Oh, thank goodness. Well, thank goodness in that we can run around and do stuff down here without being assaulted by bad water, but not cool because we really don't have enough water storage yet, which is a problem. Alright, I think we might end up putting a stream gauge in here so that we could tie it to this flood or fluid dump. And then if it's above a certain point, we can just have it shut that down. But we'll see on that. Okay. Keep hitting the wrong buttons today. I don't know what's wrong with my fingers. Hey, we're almost done with the sluice gates. We're on the last one and it's at 90%. It just needs to be built. And then we will have plenty of stuff going on. Oh, they got that in. Detonate. Put in another one. Oh, they got the bridge in up here too. So let's see. It says it's a path. No, I'm looking for the dynamite. I want to see if we're going to be able to. Well, that dynamite they should be able to get to from, yeah, over here without a problem. The problem is there is no explosives over here. I forgot to set that as prioritized. Alright. This would be so much easier if we had multiples going on here. Alright, we also need to think about once we get to over here where like our aqueduct is going to start, we don't want to take all of this out because we're going to want to be able to put some floodgates in to hold. Or maybe we want to do sluices that would let the water through. And then solid wall above it. Kind of like we're doing here. Maybe this will also keep this from like massive flooding every time we have an issue here. This done. This done. I was thinking we dynamite this and this down to meet the other one. And there our drought started. Let's double check that all of our things are good. Oh, these are so good. I don't really want them pumping if we don't need them pumping. Actually, these ones over here we could leave. I don't care if this gets pumped dry. That doesn't matter at all to us. Did I not just pause these? Alright, let's set pause, unpause, pause, pause, unpause, pause. I'm really happy for simple triggers. I actually accidentally wiped out a whole civilization because I forgot to close my floodgates one time, and so I'm exceedingly happy that those are available now. Oh, we need these to close, don't we? I want them closed right now. How can you tell if they're closed? They just are? Because we're gonna blow this and I don't want it to. Okay. Let's get all of this dynamite prioritized again. Okay, so yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. I keep counting that, but I did mark the path where I wanted it to end. So right here is where we need to put in some sluices. We'll dynamite it down to about this level, I think. And then we can drop it down over here into the bigger area. So much dynamite. Oof. Oof, oof. And we'll have one more here, and then we'll have that. Or should I take it in one? No, because that won't work. Okay, so to right there. And then we'll put in a sluice to keep our fresh water from flying out. And then it's working. Well, at least I think it's working. We'll have to see if it actually does work. And we're running a little long on this episode, but I want to get this sluice gate out. I'm excited by that. I probably am going to record the next episode, like, still today, the same day I'm recording this one, because I need to get ahead just a touch. So if that's the case, then I won't be getting your comments, of course. Uh-oh. Can you not? You can't put it right on the edge? Oh, that's not cool. You have to leave a space? Well, I never. Because this is going to cause a problem now. They'll still be able to put that in. But that means I'm going to have to build my wall back here in the sluice area. Okay, so that means that technically I can go ahead. I didn't know you could put those. You couldn't put those right there. Why not? That doesn't make any sense. It also won't let me put the next one in because it's against the wall. Oy vey. Alright, let's bump the priority on this guy so they go ahead and build it. And we'll just build it as we go along. And we'll detonate. I'm having issues clicking on things. I guess we zoom in a little bit. He's building this one from down there instead of building that one. That's kind of strange. Detonate that. Didn't I pump priority on that? Yeah. We're out of metal blocks. They can't build it because we're out of metal blocks. Oh, darn. Okay, let's get this smelter back up and running. Gosh darn it. Well, maybe I will have to leave y'all on a cliffhanger. I suppose I could put a bridge over that. To get, because if we don't have them there, we're gonna have to build this back up. I was so smart thinking that I was just gonna put sluices right there and then build on top of it. Oops. Oh, they already started those too. Wow, eager beavers. Okay, I think I'm gonna up the priority here on my dynamite. I think we're gonna call it there for today. Alright, so we're out of water again. Wait. Oh, that's right, we were in drought. That's why we're out of water. Oh my gosh. Never mind me today. Okay, I'm gonna, with the beginning of the wet season, I am going to leave it there for today because apparently I cannot think anymore today. So I'm going to leave you with a bit of boom boom here and say thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. I will see you in the next episode. And go ahead, go down in the bottom and comment on what you think I should have done differently, what I should be doing better, and anything you think I should know to make this a better series for you to watch. All right? Have a great day. Bye.